Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I wanted to show my gratitude and my thanks to you for watching all of the additional content that I've been putting out lately. It's been wonderful, the response I've seen. So we're going to do a roasting video because I know you guys love that, and this is basically my way of directly interacting with your accounts in Marvel Future Fight. But we're going to do it a little bit differently because in the past two videos, and in the past in general, it takes a long time for me to go through and pick someone and then look up their account and then give them advice on the spot. So I wanted to do this one a little bit more rapid fire. So I've gone ahead and I've pre-chosen 10 accounts. So I want you to put your hands together right now and congratulate the 10 winners. We've got Anger of Champion over here. We've got Frex over here. We've got GGUFXS over here. We have Anonymous. Can someone explain this profile picture to me? Because I see this shit everywhere and I have no idea what it means. We also have got J Quill. We've got Batsam1234. I approve of the Batman name. We've got Thunder Flow, I guess, or Thunder FL 96. We've got Russia. I can't pronounce that. We also have Ryan Lennox, and finally we have Carl Parallax. So I'm going to be going through all of their accounts now. I've already seen them. I've already jotted down some notes, so this is technically not a fully unscripted video. For all of you out there who think I script all of my videos, this is probably as scripted as it gets. And so we're going to go through them more quickly, so we're going to be able to get more of them in, because only doing 4 or 5 in a video is just not as interesting as this, I think, and I wanted to try out a new format for you guys. So let me know if you prefer this new format or if you prefer the old format, and don't say just make more roast videos. Don't be a smartass. The reason why I don't make roast videos every week is because, as you'll see in this video, a lot of the advice tends to become a little bit repetitive, and so I don't want to sound like a broken record or like a parrot just constantly repeating the same cards, the same tier 2s. But essentially, when you're just trying to go for maximum efficiency and maximum value, and without any other parameters by which to judge these accounts, it tends to all lead towards the same few options available to me. So let's check out the first person here. We go first for the cards, and it's less of a roast video, and this is more of just straight up helping, but I'll try to roast a little bit in there too. In general, for all these accounts, the cards tend to be pretty shit or pretty bad. Now for Anger of Champion, he's missing all attack. It's very low. His ignore defense is super low, and his cooldown is a little bit low, and he's got a lot of garbage stats. So we definitely want to focus on the ignore defense. Getting that capped is super important. A little bit more attack speed would be nice. Obviously, more attack and the cooldown would be nice as well. But then we look at the cards, and it's just a nightmare. Absolutely have to replace Ant-Man #1. I'm shocked at how many people I chose today that have this card in their top 5. Like, that they've chosen to equip. Why would you equip this card? I know crit rate is okay and max HP is okay, but none of these are premium stats. 1872, I have no idea why you equip this card. Big mistake, my dude. So replace both of those cards. My suggestion would be replace them with Civil War #5 and Avengers Origins Thor #1. I'm going to be referring to these cards a lot today. So, and for those of you that have shitty cards and aren't being roasted, just write these down because they're not that difficult to obtain. This is Civil War #5. You can get it from the Shield Lab at 4 stars or 3 stars for a few hundred crystals. Definitely pick up one of these. You can also possibly get it in a World Boss booty box. It's a very good card, and it has ignore defense as a main stat, which for a lot of people that I roasted today, they don't have any ignore defense. They're ignoring the ignore defense. See what I did there? The other card is the Avengers Thor card. You can also get it from the Shield Lab, as I explained, and it's basically the same card except energy attack, ignore defense. Again, very valuable, and the only other option would be a card if you get a premium one that has all attack and ignore defense, like, let's say, Baby Spidey. That would be your premium version of either of those two cards that I mentioned. But I know that people, I'm assuming that people who don't have a lot of premium cards to begin with aren't going to get more. So I try to look and see, okay, how many premium cards? 0 premium cards? Probably not a good idea to suggest premium cards to Anger of Champion. Just trying to take their account into consideration. Looking at his... Oh, also you need to re-roll your Loki 17 card. I put that in my notes, Anger of Champion, so thanks for listening. As far as your characters go, you have too many above level 60, and we've seen this problem before where you want to beef up your characters. Don't do this. This is a bad idea. He's bad. You don't even have his uniform. It's bad. Don't do this. He's never going to get a uniform. It's bad. Stop. Save your bios. Save your bios for characters that you want to get to tier 2, because, look, you don't have a lot of tier 2 characters, my dude. How are you finishing Shadowlands? You only have, like, 2 villains. or one villain. Also, you don't have any bios for native tier 2. So look, Deadpool's not even at level 60 yet. Well, he gets to level 60 from the epic quest, so it means you're not finished the epic quest yet. But for all the other native tier 2s, you're not getting them. Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, where are they? Well, Quicksilver's there, but Scarlet Witch and Cable are nowhere to be found. So my dude, stop doing that. Stop getting characters to level 70. Tier 2s that you need to get ASAP: Minerva, Claw, Titania, Hela, Human Torch, and Shuri. All of these characters you're missing at tier 2, and all of them are good in different ways. Of course, I've covered most of them that are good in videos, but for Hela specifically, if you get her uniform and you get it to Mythic, you get a free CTP of energy, and that's pretty dope. So I definitely would recommend you do that and check it out, and you'll have a better time in the game. Have fun. Okay, next up we got Frex. We're trying to go a little bit more rapid fire here. Mr. Frex, tier 3 Magneto. Let's check you out, my dude. Starting off with the cards. Wow, okay, I was actually pretty impressed. 3 premium cards, and then I saw, why the hell would a guy with 3 premium cards equip X-Men Unlimited? And then you look at this card, and it actually breaks my heart. Physical attack, okay, by the way, it's a 6 quality card. Physical attack, max HP, energy attack, all attack. 4 premium stats. But then you take a look at the movement speed. He's wasting a premium slot, which is a 10% stat bump on movement speed. Yeah, I get it. You want to go fast, whatever. You're in a wheelchair in real life, or you're a track champion, or something in between. Sorry, my dude, my bad. But yeah, it's garbage. You definitely have to replace this card. You can replace it with either Baby Spidey. Again, I feel comfortable recommending premium cards to this player because they already have 3 premium cards. So Baby Spidey is a very good swap for this X-Men Unlimited card, or the all-new, all-different Avengers card, the Korean card that I have, or the Civil War 5 card, because it also has physical attack, but it will give you more ignore defense, which you need. You should be above 30% ignore defense, especially with these crazy premium cards. You also need to reroll this card because it's got 1 good stat, energy attack. The rest of them are not good, so definitely reroll this card when you get the chance. Otherwise, pretty good job, my dude. Okay, moving on to your characters. You have really fucking sketchy obelisks. I'm not gonna lie. You got some really sketchy shit going on here. So we're just gonna go through and we're gonna find some weird ones. Max HP and a heal on Sharon Rogers. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Let's see what we got here. Okay, crit damage 120 proc, not bad. Lightning damage 140. CTP of Transcendence on Thanos. Not a good idea. Nope, don't do that. Who else we got? We have a few more here. I know because I remember looking through this and thinking, what the hell is going on? CTP of Transcendence on Apocalypse. Also a bad idea, my dude. CTP of Transcendence on Jean Grey. Also a bad idea, my dude. I'm not making this up. CTP of Transcendence on Wolverine. If any of you are listening and not watching, get your eyes on the screen right now because this is ridiculous. This dude took every CTP of Transcendence he got and equipped it on the most powerful characters in the game. It blows my mind. Please, dude, don't do that. I've got a CTP guide. I've got an Obelisk guide. They're on the same sheet. Just read it and stop giving characters that don't have any summons and who need guard break immunity and damage procs and fire damage and max HP and invincibility. You're gonna have to either pay 600 crystals for every single one of these mistakes, or you're gonna end up deleting your CTPs of Transcendence, and you're looking at like 3,000 crystals right now, my dude. He needs guard break immunity. Sorry to tell you. So yeah, this one's a bit of a roast. Also, I noticed that you have a few bad ISO 8 sets, like Spider-Man has Hawk's Eye, which is probably not the best for him, and Dormammu has Overdrive when he actually needs as much attack speed as possible, which would be Power of Angry Hulk. So just be a little bit more aware of your ISO 8 sets when you're checking out characters. Next up, we have GGU FXS on the list. Let's go Ancient Dragon Attendee. Look at these cards. They're so weird. I've never seen some of these cards actually equipped, and I didn't know someone would actually equip them. You have not enough ignore defense and not enough cooldown. Have we seen this before? Absolutely. So let's go ahead and try to fix it. In order to fix it, you have to replace this card because it's complete dog shit. You have to replace it with something like Civil War number 5. You should also replace this card, which is mostly dog shit, with the Avengers Origins Thor number 1 card. Again, mentioning the same cards because they're good and they're easy to get. Just use the Shield Lab, guys. It's there for a reason. Also, this card should be replaced at some point. I know it has all attack, but the crit damage is honestly better used somewhere else. So when you find a suitable replacement for it, definitely look to replace this one. But these 2 cards are actually rolled. This one's rolled quite well, actually. It's got 2 great stats and attack speed. And then this one is actually rolled pretty well, too. It's got cooldown and energy attack. So a few mistakes and a few lucky rolls on your cards. As far as what's going on here, we've got a similar problem. You're spending a lot of biometrics getting characters to level 70, which is not a good idea, especially some of these characters are just not even that good at level 70. Like Iron Man is not that great, especially with the Blessing of Asgard. I don't know what you're smoking, my dude, but it is not good for your health and probably not good for your lungs. So stop it. Crack is whack. Also, you know, tier 3s are great, but this should change. You're giving him a chainsaw, but then you're making his ISO 8 set bonus a backpack, an armored backpack. You need to give him Power of Angry Hulk. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, save your biometrics, get more tier 2 characters, because you have, there you go, that's it, it's over. It's a very, very short list. You also don't have a lot of villains, so you definitely need more villains if you want to get through Shadowland. You basically have, what, 1 Baron Mordo, 2 Morgan Le Fay. That's it. You have 2 villains on your entire roster. Think about this. He has as many villains as tier 3 characters. Think about that, chat. Think about that. Okay, so here's who you need to tier 2. Minerva, Captain Marvel, Titania, Coulson, Korath, Hela, and Mysterio. Tier 2 those characters, fix your cards, stop level 70ing, and you'll have a good time, my dude. Well, I hope you'll have a good time. If you have a bad time, let me know, and I'll try to help you. All right, next up, we got Anonymous, level 70, tier 3 captain, or tier 3 Deadpool. Also tier 3, holy shit, look at these cards. Another set of completely gross cards. As I made this list of people I was going to roast, I noticed more and more that cards are just such a central focus for a lot of these accounts. And I wonder, like, does Netmarble need to, I don't know. Does Netmarble need to give us more cards, I guess, or make it easier to reroll cards? Probably. There's so many players that are having this problem. Anyways, ignore defense too low, cooldown way too high, and you need more attack speed because you have 0. So you need more attack, and you need a lot of help, my dude. So you need to replace this card, it's garbage. You need to replace this card, it's garbage. You need to replace this card, it's also garbage. And then you need to re-roll this card because it's got 3 bad stats. So good cards for you, there's a fucking shit ton of good cards, my dude. Civil War number 5, Avengers Origin Thor number 1, the Nebula card, the Punisher 60 card, the Punisher 19 card, and the Gwenpool number 1 card. You can find all of those in the card list. I'm not going to go over it now, but you definitely need to work on that. Like a lot of other people, you're also getting too many characters to level 70 too early and too many tier 3s. And although you have more tier 2s than the other guy, you don't have many villains again. You have, what, 2? You have 2. You have Magneto and Morgan Le Fay. And, okay, 3, Victorious. So again, as many villains as tier 3s. How is this happening? Some tier 3s that you can consider getting. Minerva, Korath, Titania, Hela, and Mysterio. Definitely a good tier 2, guys. Mysterio. Also, I noticed some bad obelisks. You've got Spider-Man, Cable, and Captain America. I don't know what's going on here. It's a heal. He doesn't need that. CTP of Transcendence on Spider-Man. Nope, not a good idea. Nope. Cable has no obelisk. So, yeah, again, probably something you need to look at. Thor, on the other hand, has overdrive. He needs attack speed, so that would be Power of Angry Hulk. And same with Cable. He also needs Power of Angry Hulk for the attack speed rather than Hawk's Eye. That will definitely bump up your ABX score. Moving along to the next one on the list, we've got Bat Sam 1234, Tier 3 Captain Marvel. Very, very cool. Your cards, all premium, looking very nice, but they need some re-rolling because you have some odd stats. You've got... well, not odd stats. Actually, you have a very good balance of stats, but I would say you need a little bit more attack speed and you need a lot more all attack. So my suggestion would be to re-roll the Loki number 2 card because it's got crit damage and crit rate and energy defense, which are just all kind of whatever stats. Well, energy defense sucks. Re-roll the Gwenpool card because dodge and crit rate are not working very well for you, and it can roll all attack, which you need. And then re-roll this card because it's got it's got 1 good stat basically, but you can try to get it to quality 5 or 6, and you can also try to get it to roll attack speed and ignore defense, which would really help with your attack speed. But otherwise, very nice cards, my dude, very nice. Going on to your list, you've got a very great roster in terms of tier 2s and tier 3s. You've got a tanky, list of characters. I don't really have a lot of judgments here. Very good job. A couple things I noticed. Magneto's obelisk is a CTP of Transcendence. Please don't do that. Dr. Doom's ISO 8 set is Spy Tactics. Please don't do that. Please change this. And Mr. Fantastic's ISO 8 set is also Spy Tactics. Why are you doing this to yourself? You have enough skill cooldown. There's no way to go over the cap. So these are both wasted. They need Power of Angry Hulk. I believe both of them need Power of Angry Hulk. Also, you need to tier 2 Mysterio. Moving on to the next person on the list. We're trying to go a little bit faster here, pick up the pace because I noticed the time. We have Thunder Fla 96, tier 3 female Captain America. Your cards, some of them good, like this one, some of them bad, like this asshole who showed up again. So, looking at your stats, you definitely need more all attack and more physical attack and more energy attack. That's actually really sad. You have 0 energy attack on your cards. You also need more ignore defense, like, I don't know, 15% more, possibly more than that. No, 15% is good. You also need a little bit more cooldown. So, some tweaks here and there, but definitely replace this card. You can replace it for Loki 17, which I think would be a fantastic choice. It's a great free-to-play card, and even if it gives you 10% cooldown, which is like a rank 5 or 6 roll, it's still, I think it's 6. It's still not going to put you over the cap of 17 to 27. So I think Loki 17 is a perfect fit for you, and it will give you all attack, which you sorely need. You also need to reroll this card. You also need to reroll this card. You also need to reroll this card. And you also need to reroll this card. You have bad rolls, my dude. So get to rolling like a boulder going down a hill. And yeah, I'll see you at the bottom. As far as your characters go, you also have a pretty decent roster of tier 2s and tier 3s. I mean, scrolling through, I haven't, there we go. I had to get pretty far down to hit a tier 1 character. So I don't have a lot of suggestions for you in terms of characters. In terms of ISO 8 sets, that's where I noticed the majority of your mistakes. So really quickly here, Cable has Overdrive. He needs Power of Angry Hulk. Winter Soldier and Black Widow both have Prince of Lie and Spy Tactics. That's not good. They need different sets, Overdrive or Power of Angry Hulk. Doctor Strange as well needs, where's Doctor Strange? He needs a change in ISO 8 set. He's got Stark backing. He doesn't need that, dude. Emma Frost also has Stark backing. Again, she doesn't need that. Also, you need to tier 2 Mysterio. Otherwise, awesome account. Next up, we've got Russia. What is up, my Russian fans? I don't know how to say Nastrovia. I don't know how to speak in Russian. Okay, Russian Bulgaria 681. There's Russians and Bulgarians that live in Russia and Bulgaria. Educate me. Thanks. Anyways, your card's pretty bad, so let me educate you. You need more attack speed, you need a lot more all attack. Holy shit. You need a little bit less physical attack, and you need more energy attack. You need way more ignore defense, like 20%. And then you're doing the Dark Souls thing, so you definitely need like 10 to 15% more cooldown. And then, of course, the garbage stats that you have right now, you need to get rid of, like all of this crap. It's like 50% worth of stats that you don't need, my dude. I'm not even going to talk about Thanos without a uniform. Don't get me started. So yeah, you need to replace this card. You need to replace this card. You need to replace this card. You need to reroll this card. Again, you got a lot to change, so refer to the other list of cards that I mentioned. Gwenpool #1 is great. Thor Origins #1 is great. The Civil War 5 card is great. You've got a lot of options. Even Punisher 60 would be good for you. Actually, no, it wouldn't be good because you have too much physical attack. Look for cards that have energy attack as a main stat as well. But you may need a couple more premium cards. Baby Spidey would be great as well because it has cooldown, ignore defense, and all attack. But you definitely need to put in some work here because this is holding you back from your gameplay. As far as your list of characters go, it's very, very short. You seem to be a new player, so again, stop getting characters to level 70, especially these characters. They're so bad, my dude. Just wait. Just get them to level 60 and stop. Trust me, you'll thank me later. You'll get further in Shadowland. If you're gonna do this, you definitely should invest in his new uniform if he doesn't get one for endgame, so just wait until then. But otherwise, you need to start getting more tier 2s, especially the specific ones. So Minerva, Sharon Rogers, White Fox, because you have her already. Coulson as well, Morgan Le Fay, and of course Mysterio should all be tier 2 as soon as you can because they're just great characters and they're really going to help out your roster because I think you only have Shuri right now for team buffs. You also have quite a few bad obelisks. I don't want to go through all of them, but you've got a 4-star on Quicksilver, except you're leveling him up past 60, which kind of doesn't make sense. You know, Ignore Dodge 160 on Deadpool isn't really doing a lot. You have a 3-star on Captain America, but you're getting them up above level 60. You've got mind damage, max HP 100 on Spider-Man. You got a CTP of Transcendence on Iron Hammer, so you're kind of all over the place with I mean, you got another one on Wolverine. You're all over the place with the obelisk, so definitely I don't want to nitpick here and kind of, you know, keep kicking you when you're down. Check out my CTP/obelisk guide, read through that, see what you're missing and what you should be aiming for with certain characters, rather than just equipping whatever seems good at the time. Recovery rate, ignore defense 110 on Doctor Strange. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And if someone can translate this into Russian for him in case he doesn't understand, or in case some of what I said is confusing because I'm talking super fast, apologies, and thanks for helping. All right, Ryan Lennox. I think this is the second last person. It is. All right, fantastic. All right, Ryan. Wilson's Heroes. Very cool. Nice cards. As far as your stats go, you need a little bit more on the all attack, physical attack. Energy attack is a little high, but we'll try to keep it there. Ignore defense definitely needs, like, you know, 15 to 20% pump up. And then your cooldown can actually drop about 5% at least, and you got way too much recovery rate. But I like the recovery rate max HP combo, I must say. What I would do if I were you, first things first, you have to replace this zombies card. I fucking hate this zombies card. It's garbage. So yeah, definitely try to do that. Definitely reroll Loki number 2 because it has one good stat, max HP, and that's it. But I would absolutely replace this one with one of the ones that I mentioned before, probably one of the ones that's physical attack based, like the Civil War 5, because you don't want more energy attack. You also should consider rerolling Unbelievable Gwenpool 1 because you've got basically one top tier stat. Crit damage and crit rate, crowd control time is pretty much doo-doo butter, but it's actually one of the better card sets I've seen today. As far as your characters go, pretty nice. It seems like you've been playing for a while because you've got a lot of tier 2s, even ones that I noticed are bad, but you got them specifically for the CTPs, like, you know, tier 2 and Gwenpool without the uniform, and the rest of the new Avengers for that CTP of Destruction, so good on you. But again, I would try to focus on these tier 2s. Morgan Le Fay, Human Torch, Thing, Minerva, Rocket Raccoon. Since you got his uniform, why would you get his uniform and not tier 2 him? He's a pretty good character for Shadowland. I mean, just tier 2 the guy. He's so cute and cuddly. And then you, of course, have to tier 2 Mysterio. Also, for your obelisks, Thanos and Doctor Strange, they both need guard break immunity. You didn't give it to them. So definitely consider that if you want to build them for any sort of PvP action. And holy shit, you mythicked his uniform, but you didn't give him a good obelisk? That blows my mind, dude. I haven't even mythicked Thanos' uniform because it's so expensive. Kudos to you for actually paying that price. Definitely give him guard break and invincibility, and he will torment everyone in PvP forever, I promise. Last but not least, we've got my dude Carl Parallax. What up in the house? Mr. Parallax, Mr. DC. All right, too sweet. We'll see about that, my dude. As far as your cards go, all attack is pretty low. Physical attack is low. Energy attack could not be any lower. Your ignore defense is good. It's the highest I've seen today. Thank you so much. And then your cooldown is a little bit too high, which is interesting. But hey, 33% max HP is nice. We're going to try to keep that. But you definitely need to get rid of this card. It's garbage. I know you like the max HP, but the rest of it's just bad. Stop. So replace that with either Thor Origins or another card. You also need to reroll this card because it's got 2 bad stats. You need to reroll this card because it's got 2 so-so stats, and then you also need to reroll this card because it's got 3 bad stats, technically 4 bad stats. So you need to do a lot of rerolling, a little bit of replacing, and then your cards will actually be very, very good. As far as your characters go, you also have a lot of tier 2, so you've been playing the game for a long time and or spending a lot of money, which is awesome. I didn't see anything super awful that jumped out to me as far as characters go, but you definitely need to tier 2 ASAP. Minerva, Doom, Thanos, Jean Grey. I noticed you're missing a lot of native tier 2s. And then you also need to finish Deadpool's building because you're not quite there yet. So that is kind of a different suggestion that I'm used to giving in these videos. But yeah, he's got 7s here, so you definitely need to, on his gear, you can't see it because of the camera. But he knows what I'm talking about. And then, of course, the ISO 8 set needs to change to Power of Angry Hulk or Overdrive. I think it's Overdrive for Deadpool. One thing I did notice, though, is you have a lot of crazy ISO 8 sets. I'm not sure if you're just rolling for the very first set that you get and then stopping, but it's pretty much a grab bag of whatever hilariousness you can guess. I mean, it's so random that I don't see any sort of pattern whatsoever on any of these characters. Healing factor, protect the captain, like some of these ISO 8 sets I've never even seen before. I actually had to reread them to believe that they actually existed. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, if you're just trying to make the game harder for yourself or if you just don't have enough gold. But you should definitely go on, like, especially for the level 70 guys and the ones that you're building up, definitely go and make sure that they've got the right sets. I am also Groot on tier 3 Spider-Man. That breaks my heart. Dude, don't do that. Definitely revisit the ISO 8 sets. I have an ISO 8 guide. Also, obelisks. I don't want to point them out, but they're bad, dude. They're really bad. Some of them are good, but some of them are really bad. I mean, you don't even have a damage proc on Gambit, but you got him to level 70. Dude, you got to fix that. That's got to be fixed, okay? You and me both know. You got to fix that. All right, my dude? I love you, but you got to fix that. CTP of Patience on Winter Soldier. Yeah. And then Captain America, yeah, you also need, it seems like you're going to tier 3 him soon. You definitely need to give him a better obelisk. So, hopefully that was helpful to those 10 people. Thank you for watching. If you weren't among the 10 people roasted, let me know if you want to see more of it like this or go back to the old format. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Comment down below with something original and your IGN to be possibly included in the next roast, and do that from now on in every single video. Watch all the videos because I need the money. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.